Barcelona remaining leaders over in Spain with Real Madrid hot in pursuit with, of course, in second place. Of course, it is very, very tight at the top of the table. 4 sides separated by just 3 points, who, of course, will take full advantage this coming match day. We're going to get into it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video today. It is match day number 15, that's right, over in Spain. And we'll get to it in a second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe, your one-stop shop for Blackburn Rovers, La Liga football, whoa, football, we're going to all hear under one Ruski. That's right, a big, big weekend up ahead, coming at you with, of course, Barcelona trying to remain top of the table. We've got a couple of midweek games as well to throw into it, and I'll talk all about that in just a second. Big shout out to the members and the patrons. You know who you are, and of course, if you're new, hit the old subscribe, boys and girls. So we're going to bring you bang up to date with, of course, the movers and shakers in La Liga. So, of course, sit tight, hold on, as we're about to get into it, of course. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this, guys. This was, of course, last time around. Saw Getafe picking up a 1-0 win over Elche. Mallorca with a 2-2 draw against Osasuna. Meanwhile, Barcelona did get a win, 3-1 winners over Alavés. Bilbao with a cheeky 2-0 win over Levante as they continue to make progress up the table. Atlético Madrid also winners over Oviedo, 2-0 win as predicted. Villarreal beat my boys 3-2 as they make some more strides towards the top of the table. Meanwhile, Betis beating Sevilla 2-0, on with a 2-1 win. Espanyol with an upset against Celta Vigo. They're also looking to get into European action. Meanwhile, the surprise of the day was Girona's 1-1 draw against Real Madrid. Of course, putting a bit of a dampener on Real Madrid's form as of late. Vallecano with the draw against Valencia, that's right. So the table, my friends, looks like this right here, right now. Barcelona are just the 1 point clear of Real Madrid. Villarreal, of course, in third now with Atlético Madrid hot on pursuit as well. 31 points. Just 3 points separate the top 4. Going down, it's Oviedo, it's Levante, and it is Girona right now. But still, as you can see, it's quite tight between the bottom 9. It's only 4 points. What are we looking at? 4 points here. 5 points between 9th and 18th. So it can all change dramatically very, very soon. We are, of course, got the Super Brew here. I'm not going to give you an update right now. It is a bit of a busy time for me at the moment. So just keep doing your ting as well. So we are looking forward to these round of games, which do kick off on the 5th of December. There are a couple of games coming at you very, very soon. Barcelona against Atlético Madrid. That's coming at you on Tuesday, the 2nd of December. There's also Bilbao against Real Madrid as well. And I'm not too sure when this video is going to go out, but I'll give you my sort of diagnosis of that game. Barcelona against Atlético Madrid, I do think it's going to be a tight game, not much in it, but I would lean towards Barcelona if it was to, if I can get the video out there on time. Yeah, I do think Barcelona will win it. So maybe about 2-1 win. I'm not going to go too much detail on these little fringe games there. Then Bilbao against Real Madrid. It's a tough one again. Real Madrid not been performing late. Morale seems to be through the window. And Bilbao are slowly but surely getting back to their best. I think it will be, again, a tight one. Not much in it. Not many goals in it. I do think maybe a 1-0 win for Real Madrid. So those are the 2 games that take place midweek. And again, this video may be out in between those. Like the Tuesday game may have happened and the Wednesday game may still to be had. So anyway, we're going to kick on forward to the games that do take place this coming Friday, the 5th of December, as we work through the weekend on match day number 15. We're going to start with a trip to Oviedo, the Carlos Tieter, as they take on Mallorca. That's right, Luis Carrion's Oviedo are bottom right now, 9 points for them for the season. Haven't won the last 7 matches up against the Mallorca side, who are up with Jagori Arestes in charge. They sit 16th right now, 13 points for them, just 1 win in the last 4 matches. They're coming into this last played at this venue as a 2-2 scoreline way back in January 2021. That was in the Segundo Division. Oviedo losing to Atlético most recently, and they haven't scored a goal in the last 4 matches. Goodness gracious me. As for Mallorca, they picked up a 2-2 scoreline at home to Osasuna as well. A bit better form for Mallorca. They, of course, what are we looking at? 4 points better off at the moment. Bookies will back. They're backing Oviedo here. Not in it. I'm not in it for Oviedo right now. They look very, very much in trouble. I've gone with a 1-0 win for Mallorca here on Friday night. Of course, St. Nicolaus Day. That's right. Let's go to Villarreal then as they take on. They're going to be taking on Getafe. It's, of course, coming at you. Where is it? Where are we? Match number 15. Of course, it's on the 6th of December. Villarreal and Marcelino. They sit 3rd right now. 32 points for them. 4 wins of the last 6 for Villarreal and Marcelino. Getafe and Pepe Bordalas, they're up to 7th right now. 20 points for them. 4 wins as well at the last 6 matches. They're coming in just having played last time around at this venue, resulting in a 1-1 scoreline. In fact, back-to-back 1-1s at this venue between these 2 sides. Villarreal, though, with that all-important 3-0 win over Sociedad most recently. As for Getafe, 1-0 winners themselves over Elche to give themselves a big old boost up the table. Again, both sides are in action at the Copa del Rey. This is in the early stages against, hence why the the other big boys are playing in La Liga. The bookies on this one will fancy Villarreal. I'm going to go with them as well. 2-0 winners. Villarreal are serious. They might even flirt with a title push as well. Let's go to Alavés as they are locking horns with my boys, Real Sociedad, on the 6th of December. Coming at you at the Estadio de Mendoza. Alavés under Eduardo Coudet. They sit 14th right now, 15 points for them, 3 defeats on the spin. Up against Sociedad, my boys under Sergio Francesco. They've turned up a bit of form of late. They're up to 10th right now, 16 points for them. Just 1 defeat in the last 6 matches. They last played at this venue, resulting in a 1-0 win for Alavés. That's just 1 win for them. Actually, they did the double over Sociedad last season, did Alavés. But they're on the back of a 3-1 loss to Barcelona. Not been the greatest form for them. 3 defeats on the spin for Alavés. As for Sociedad, they did lose to those high flyers Villarreal. The bookies will back. It's very tight between these two sides. Very, very tight. Again, both sides in action in the cup. It's evenly split. The bookies can't decide. I've gone with a 2-1 win. Maybe a bit of bias on my behalf there because I've got to back my boys here. Sociedad to take it. 2-1 winners. Let's go to Betis then as they take on Barcelona coming out on the 6th of December. Manuel Pellegrini's boys are in pretty good form right now. 83% form for them. 5th in the table. Winners in, of course, well, actually unbeaten now in the last 6 matches. Up against Barcelona, Hansi Flick, they're top of the pops right now. 34 points for them. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. They've taken on Betis 60 times since 1994, winning 39 of them. There's been 10 wins for Betis. And there's been 11 draws. They last played at this venue. It was a 2-2 scoreline back in December 2024. Around about this time last year, Barcelona on the back of that 3-1 win over Alavés. Betis with that all-important 2-0 win over Sevilla, of course. Both sides that are in action. Barcelona are favoured. I did sit and ponder this one for a little bit, but in the end, I drunk the Kool-Aid and went with the 2-2 score. And a bit of an upset, perhaps. A door opens up for the likes of Madrid, Villarreal, and maybe, an Atlético, of course. So let's take a look at Atlético, Athletic Bilbao. They're going to be taking on Athletic Madrid. That's also coming at you on the 6th of December. Big game, this one. The San Mams, Bilbao and Ernesto Valverde. Next up, we go to the San Mams Stadium as Bilbao side on Ernesto Valverde, who are 8th right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 4. Up against Madrid. Under Diego Simeone, they're 4th at the table. They've won 6 on the bounce. They are the team to avoid right now. And of course, beat Bilbao. They last time that these two sides played at this venue back on the 31st of August 2024. 1 winners there. In fact, it's been 3 wins on the bounce for Athletic Madrid. Just the 1 goal conceded against them as well. Madrid on the back of that 2-0 win over Oviedo. Bilbao with that 2-0 win themselves over Levante to make it back-to-back clean sheets in all competitions. The bookies will back Madrid on this one. I think I've got to lean towards them as well. Big week it is for Madrid here. They could actually be table toppers if everything goes again for them with this midweek game against the leaders Barcelona. I'm going with a 2-1 win for Madrid over Bilbao at the San Mams. Let's go to Elche then, as they're locking horns with Girona coming at you on the 7th of December. That's a Sunday. The Estadio Martínez Valero. Elche and Eder Sarrieba. They are 11th right now. 16 points for them. Winners in the last 4 matches. Up against Girona under Michel. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. They sit 18th right now with 12 points. Pretty good form for Girona right now, but still looming down in that drop zone. They played Elche 21 times since 2008. Elche have won 10 of them. Girona just the 5. Been 6 draws between the two sides. They last played at this venue as a 2-0 win for Girona. That was back in January 2024 in the Copa del Rey. Last time they played each other in the league at this venue. Also a win for Girona back in November 2022. So they're done. They won 3 in the bounce. Have Girona stretching back to 2022. They're on the back of that draw against Real Madrid. Solid draw for the away side here. Getafe beating Elche last round. 1-0 winners. Back-to-back home draws for Elche, including results over Sociedad and Real Madrid. Ain't no slouches, Elche at home these days. Bookies for this, they'll back Elche for the win. I'm going to go with a 0-0. Can't decide right now between the two sides. Let's go to Valencia as they take on, they're going to be taking on Sevilla. That's coming at you on Sunday as well, on the 7th of December. Valencia under Carlos Cobahan turning around a bit of form here, but not really getting the wins that they need right now. They're 15th in the table, 14 points for them. Just 1 defeat in the last 5. Up against Sevilla, Matias Almeida's in charge. 4 defeats in the last 6. They sit 13th. With 16 points. They play each other 66 times, these two sides. It's very tight in the course of the form or the history. 27 wins Valencia, 25 wins for Sevilla. There's been 14 draws. They last played at this venue, resulting in a 1-0 win for Valencia. That was back in La Liga last season. Back-to-back, actually unbeaten now, Valencia against Sevilla over the last 4. 2 wins, 2 draws. Just the 1 goal conceded against them in the last 3. Valencia on the back of that draw away to Vallecano. Sevilla losing to Betis last round. Bookies will back Valencia. Both sides in action in the cup. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win on the road. I don't know why I got that from. For Sevilla. Wow. That one's, of course, come out of nowhere. Meanwhile, Espanyol taking on Vallecano, coming at you also on the Sunday, the 7th of December, the RCD Stadium. Espanyol under Manuel Gonzalez. They sit 6th right now. Absolutely phenomenal. 2 wins on the spin for them up against Vallecano under Igneo Perez. They are 9th. 17th at the table, just 1 defeat in the last 5 matches, but they are drawing way too many games. They played 35 times, these two clubs, since 1995. 16 wins for Espanyol, 11 wins for Vallecano. There's been 8 draws. Last time around, over at this venue, 2-1 winners it was for Espanyol back on August 2024. Espanyol beating Sevilla and Celta Vigo in quick succession. As for Vallecano, they could only draw with Valencia last time around. The bookies will back probably Espanyol at the moment. They're looking good. I've gone with the 1-1 draw. Again, too tight between these two sides. Espanyol playing great, but Vallecano ain't no slouches. And then we go to Real Madrid taking on Celta Vigo, coming at the Bernabeu. Xabi Alonso's boys are second, 33 points, just 1 win in the last 5 matches for the legends, that is Real Madrid. Up against Celta Vigo, to Claudio Giraldes, just 1 win in the last 4. They sit 12th, 16 points for them. Coming at you, they last played at the Bernabeu, a 3-2 win for Real Madrid back in May 2025. Of course, looking at it, they've won 6 of the bouts of Real Madrid, but they're on the back of a draw here against Girona. They have been playing 5 matches on the road of Real Madrid, and they've only won 1 of them. That was, of course, that 4-3 narrow win over Olympiacos in the Champions League. As for Espanyol, they beat Celta Vigo last round, 1-0 winners there. Bookies will back Real Madrid on this one. This will actually be their 6th. Anyway, I've gone with a 3-1 win. I'm not going to drag that sucker out anymore. 3-1 win in the end. And then finally, we go to Osasuna as they take on Levante. That's coming on a Monday night on the 8th of December. Alessandro Licci's in charge, 17th at the table, 12 points for them. Winless in the last 4 matches. Up against Levante and Álvaro del Moral. They are 19th right now, 9 points for them. Coming at you at the Estadio El Sadar. They played 26 times since 1997, 13 wins. Osasuna, 10 wins. Levante last played at this venue as a 3-1 win for Osasuna, who are unbeaten against Levante over the last 3. Osasuna drawing away to Mallorca most recently. Levante losing to Bilbao. The bookies for this one, they're going to go with Osasuna. It is tight, though. I've gone with a score draw, 1-1. And if I'm right, guys, and that, of course, completes my pack, this is what the table will look like at the end of this week. I don't have those 2 midweek games in the configurator here, but it'll look like this. Real Madrid will be top. Barcelona, of course, dropping points to the Betis there. Villarreal closing in on number 3 spot there, and Madrid into 4th. Again, it can still look a lot different with those other 2 games. Girona, Levante, and Oviedo going down. Goodness gracious me. That, my friends, is what I've got for you. Make sure you hit the old like, hit the old subscribe. We'll be back very, very soon for the next round of games. But until then, guys and girls, we are done.